What's good, Sheltron here, the most woke, no joke, and I'm back at it again with a brand new video, and I'm gonna keep it a Bowberry biscuit. When I saw this news earlier, I think it was like today, maybe it was yesterday. I'm not sure when this video is coming out, to be honest with you. But when I saw this website with these tweets from Bill Voth, one of the most reliable sources on Panthers news, I got a little bit, I had to think about it a little bit, but this makes a lot of sense to me. Let's go down PIP right now. Let's go straight down PIP. Look at this website. So this is Panthers.com, and it's Grill Bill, and the topic is first round safety. And someone sent him a tweet. Panthers sent him a tweet saying, "Do you think the Panthers will draft a safety early or a best player available?" And he said, depending on what you think about early, if it's number 24, Bill Voth says no. He says that the safety class this year is extremely deep, which I 100% agree with him. And safety and running back are really, really deep. Receiver is not. He said that the first round pick won't go to a safety. We should go for a cornerback or best available. I won't do best available just yet because I don't see us going best available. I think we're gonna go with a corner, or if we get crazy in the head and go for a receiver. I've heard some news about us trading up for a receiver. I am not with that. I'm 100% not with that. But we're gonna go ahead and talk about a corner that I think is really good this year, who has some issues, but something that we can really iron out pretty easily. And my man, Carlton Davis. There's another guy I want to talk about too, but I'll get that in a different video. Carlton Davis I like him a lot because he's tall. He's 6'1", and he's fast. He ran a 4.5 40 in the combine, 16 on the bench. Not that much, but it's not bad. A 34-inch vert and 124 on the broad. That's not that great, but he's a fast guy. He's tall. He's long, and that's how I like my corners. I like my corners to be big. And first of all, he also is 200 pounds, so he's a big guy in all measurements, and he's fast. He has some issues. Let's go to his strengths first. His strengths, he's just big. He's big. He's strong. In press coverage, you ain't getting past this man. He's really good in press coverage. Up top, he does a lot of good work on the top of the routes. If you're a slow release receiver, you're not going to get past him. He's really good with pass defended. He's been really great with passes defended. He doesn't get interceptions. We'll talk about that in his weaknesses, though. He's difficult to touch throws over. He's just tall. That just means he's tall. If you have a touch throw, like a fade up the sideline, this man can defend that pass. He will high point, and he'll just disrupt any type of soft throw you throw to a receiver up top. He's very aware of when passes are coming. He doesn't just watch the quarterback. He watches the receiver and look for when they're trying to break. When they go into their break, his eyes are up looking for the ball. He's searching for the ball already. He's looking for, if you're the read, he knows it, and he's looking up already, trying to disrupt that play coming in. And that's really what it is. He's a strong guy who can really use his athleticism against you. There's not a lot of guys who can, like I said in a different video, when you're a college star, you can be the man on campus, the man at any stadium, and any school's spot with just pure athleticism. But that won't usually translate to the NFL. That could for him. For this man, Carlton Davis, pure athleticism really could work out in his favor. Now his weaknesses is that he's just not that great at positioning himself. He stands upright when he's like out in space. They say if you get past his pressure, his press coverage, he's kind of lost. He can be like faked out with double moves and routes. So even though he's looking up for the ball, when you make your move, he might overbid and over pursue on the first move and be out of position. Loses his balance. He's not very coordinated. Loses his balance sometimes when going up against complex routes. That goes back into his double move type of thing. And the biggest thing for me is right here. Extremely grabby at top of the route and tugs on jersey as a recovery tactic. That's two big things we have to teach. We have to coach that out of him. We have to coach that out of him. That you cannot be doing that. We do not need to be getting. I mean, actually, this year, if DPI is now a 15-yard penalty, that might not be too bad. But it's still, you don't want to allow him to form and keep bad habits. I would say get it out of the system right now as quickly as possible. He has all the immeasurables, things you can't teach. he has all of that in spades. So if we can get him to get out of these bad habits, and it's just memorization, getting him in the flow and making him not do all that bad stuff he's been doing in college. If we can get that out of him, then we'll be in good shape. But yeah, he takes inconsistent angles as a tackler and needs more fundamental strike and wrap approach. So he's not only a great tackler, and he's kind of easy to get around if you're a receiver with really good breaks and you have really convincing double moves and fakes in your routes. I think he's supposed to be a second round. He's a second round draft projection, and his NFL comparison is Richard Sherman, which is really great. But we have to get those bad habits he has have to be taken out. We have to iron those out. Now he only played 3 years for Auburn. His freshman year, he had a total of 56 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 8 passes defended. Sophomore year, he had 46 tackles, 2 for loss, no interceptions, but 10 passes defended. And his junior year, he had 34 total tackles, 1 interception, and another 10 passes defended with a fumble recovery. And that's the big thing I want to talk about. He doesn't get interceptions, but he's always in the mix. Like, he's always in the mix trying to go for trying to break up passes, which is cool and all. Like, I don't know if I'm like, I'm kind of cool with if you're gonna defend the pass, and I'm cool with that. I don't want to be too greedy, like, you know what, get an interception here. We want picks right here. We want to go for those picks. That's the sexy thing. That's the thing that you want to see on TV. But honestly, if you're in the mix and you're batting the ball down without getting DPIs called, I'm kind of cool with that. I like it if you can just disrupt passes, make the quarterback not want to look your way. I'm cool with that for the most part. So him not getting interceptions is not the best thing, but it's not the worst thing ever. It's not the worst thing ever. And look at these awards and these honors. He was number 9 in the SEC 2 years ago. Interceptions, like I said, he's not that big. It's only 3 that year. But he's number 7 all time in the SEC since 2005 in passes defended with 28, and he's always been in the top 10 passes defended. He was number 5 2 years ago, number 4 last year in passes defended. So like I said, this man doesn't get picks, but he does. He's always right there at the play. He's always in the mix, and he's able to see where the play is coming, able to see where the quarterback's been throwing the ball, and able to read receivers. His biggest problem is just that he just doesn't really know what to do out in space. And if he gets beat deep, he's probably going to get a DPI. But I mean, we can coach that out of him. He's a tall guy. He's really fast. Just give him more awareness and just have him be, and it's let him understand that if you get beat, we have zones. We're running zone, and honestly, for the most part, I'm not too worried about it because we need to keep him in press coverage. We keep him in press coverage. Keep him in the flats, a seam flat, upside of the field. That might be what we can have for him. Maybe I don't like to put him in the nickel and just give him the middle of the field, but I like him as a press coverage guy who's big, who we can teach to get out of his bad habits and be a really good help for us on the outside. And that might be where we can go, because there's some other corners in this draft who are pretty good. Let's not talk about Minka. Let's not talk about the top people, the top DBs in the draft. But there's some other guys here who have other issues with their game. But I really like the way that Carlton Davis plays. And the things that he does poorly, you can teach that out of him. The things that he does well are already done really well. And it's going to be a really big help for us in the secondary. But what do y'all think about Carlton Davis, man? Let me know in the comments below. You already know what to do with that like button. I got a button right here for you to subscribe. Button right here for you to watch more videos. Namaste. Back sooner than you think.